집에서 홀로 그림 연습에 한창이던 제이크가 전화벨 소리에 드디어 자리에서 일어납니다.
Jardine residence, good evening.
Good evening. And who am I talking to?
Who is this?
This is Sal Bartolini. I'm an old friend of Max Jardine. Is this Jacob?
Yes.
전화를 건 사람은 할아버지의 친구로 안타까운 소식을 전하는 것에 유감을 표현하는데
I imagine there's going to be a service soon.
Is that woman waiting for us?
No, she rents the store downstairs. Hi, Mrs. Cavelli. Ryan Jardine. We've met.
Of course. I'm so sad for what has happened. I'm sorry.
할아버지 맥스의 추모식을 위해 온 가족들을 레오노르 칼벨리가 안타까운 마음으로 맞이해주죠.
When I was a kid, there was a produce store down there.
I know, your father told me.
Let me help you with that.
Oh, thanks.
No, but if you move in, I can show you around. My mom and I just live a few blocks away.
I'm not sure we're moving in.
자딘가의 사람들과 그 지인들이 모여 죽은 맥스를 떠올리며 추모식이 한창입니다.
Hi.
Hello. It's sad, dessert we make in my country for special occasions. I hope you like it.
Oh my God, you didn't have to.
Max loved this cake, so I thought...
Come in, please. You should come in.
It's okay.
Please, I insist.
I still have some paperwork to do downstairs before I go home.
혹여나 손님들에게 흉한 모습을 보일까 슬픈 마음을 억눌러가며 버티던 아들 브라이언이 모두가 돌아간 공허한 집에서 눈물을 흘리고 나서야 추모식이 끝이 나는데요.
I don't remember this.
Oh my God. Her plate.
얼마 후 할아버지 맥스의 집으로 이사를 들어온 자딘 가족은 이제 1층 집 레오노르의 이웃이 되었죠.
Are you not working today?
I don't see patients on Monday. I need a day a week to organize my life, you know?
Good for you.
Store looks cute.
We are not doing so well.
I like that dress, the green paisley.
Oh, I love that one.
캐시가 드레스에 관심을 보이자 선뜻 할인된 가격을 제시하며 그녀에게 피팅을 권하는 레오노르. 두 사람은 금방 사이가 좋아집니다.
Guys, what do you think?
Jake?
What are you going to do?
Quiet.
Bájame el tonito tú, ¿ah?
Mrs. Jardine, we're almost done with this level. Can we have a few more moments, please?
That's better.
Sure. You can finish this level, but first you gotta tell me, what do you think? The dress.
Great. Actually thought it was yours.
건성으로 대답하는 것도 닮은 두 아이도 금세 친한 친구가 되어 있었는데
Who happens to come her way. And he destroys her out of idleness as this gull here has been destroyed.
Okay, good. What are you saying to her right now? That's lovely. I love that. What are you saying to her, do you think? Where is it?
I play Trigorin, a celebrated writer and the boyfriend of a...
브라이언의 직업은 배우로 아직은 무명이나 다름없지만 열정만큼은 누구에게도 뒤지지 않아 저녁상에서는 언제나 그와 관련된 얘기들 뿐이었죠.
Good. You're already eating.
Hi, Mom.
How was it?
Fine. She's doing good.
그런 가족들을 경제적으로 지탱하는 건 오로지 캐시의 몫이 되어버려 그녀는 잦은 초과 근무에 시달리고 있었습니다.
Hey, Tony, we need one more.
I can't.
Why can't you?
I gotta get home.
Mommy, can I stay for dinner tonight with the Jardines? Mommy, can I stay for dinner tonight with the Jardines? They're having hamburgers.
And hot dogs.
Ay, Antonio, tenemos comida en la casa más, no te puedo ir a buscar más tarde. And I don't like you walking home alone at night.
Well, he could sleep over.
서로의 집에서 자는 게 두근거리고 설레는 일이 될 정도로 가까워진 아이들. 오늘은 토니가 제이크의 집에서 잘 거라며 허락도 구하고 두 아이는 기대감에 가득 차는데요.
Great that the two of them get along so well. You have a great kid there, but I guess you know that.
Thanks.
Oh, you know, Brian and I wanted to have a talk with you about some things anyway, so maybe now's a good time.
Oh, thank you, but I have to go back and finish some stuff at the office.
Well, we just wanted a minute of your time, if that's okay. Right, Brian?
갑자기 따로 얘기하자는 자딘 남매의 의도에 잔뜩 긴장하게 되는 레오노르. 그도 그럴 것이 이들이 하려는 얘기는 아주 민감한 돈이 주제이기 때문이죠.
I could come by early evening.
Sure.
Great.
The truth is, the neighborhood is changing, and that's a very old-fashioned store.
She did complain to me that business is not so good.
Well, of course she's going to say that. Contract's up.
And my guy told me that similar space like that in this area could get, I think, 5,000. That's crazy.
1층에서 장사를 하는 레오노르가 내는 임대료가 터무니없이 저렴하다는 게 자딘 가족의 저녁 식사 자리를 뜨겁게 만듭니다. 그건 건물의 전 주인이었던 아버지의 정이었지만 유산으로 받은 자식들에게는 용납할 수 없는 이유였는데요.
But when you really work hard and put your better effort into it, they'll give you a bad grade. Can you pass the ketchup? Oh, it's like a lot of ketchup. Thanks.
Take it over, come on, Blue. Let's go. Right here, back go. Go. Go ahead. There you go. There you go. Keep going.
Back. That's what, Tony.
제이크가 아니어도 다른 친구들과 곧잘 어울리는 토니는 오늘은 새로운 축구 전략을 가지고 친구들과 의견을 나누려고 했다가
Dude, you didn't even show up last Saturday. Because Tony has a new boyfriend now.
What are you talking about?
They say he's a weirdo.
Shut up, Joey.
They say he draws dresses for the girls during recess.
제이크의 흉을 보는 조이를 보고 화를 참지 못하는 일이 일어나는데
And the stars never rise, but I feel the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. And so all the night tide, I lay down by the side.
같은 시각 몸을 움직이기보다는 마음의 교양을 쌓는 걸 더 선호하던 제이크는 사랑하는 사람을 위한 시라는 깊은 주제의 과제를 받고 토니를 찾아갑니다.
Where are you going?
Is Tony in the office?
He is. And he's staying there? He's helping me out today.
But we're supposed to meet some friends.
Are those the same friends that beat him up?
What?
That's right. They beat him up. And you should ask him why.
놀란 마음에 서둘러 그의 상태를 확인해 보니 정작 당사자는 별거 아니라고 말해주죠.
She doesn't want me to go out with you because she wants me to help her with this. Look, she's not good with numbers, you know? Go ahead, I'll meet up with you later.
Okay.
오랜만에 사귄 친구가 다른 이유로 시간을 함께 할 수 없게 되자 제이크는 오늘 하루가 쓸쓸하게 느껴지는데
I'm so sorry, Leonore. Our rehearsal went late. Is this still a good time?
Yeah, I sent the girl home early so we could talk. You wanna go in?
드디어 정이 아닌 계약서로 거래하기 위해 임대인과 임차인이 만나 대화하게 됩니다.
My father left everything in order, the taxes and all of that. The only thing still pending is the store, which needs a lease.
You know, your father never thought much about contracts, and he was very happy to have me here. Max thought my store gave glamour to the neighborhood, and he was proud to be associated.
I'm sure you've noticed the rents have gone up a lot in the last couple of years.
레오노르는 계약서는 없지만 여전히 맥스와의 구두 계약을 근거 삼으며 자기는 임대료를 더 낼 이유도 가게를 빼야 할 이유도 없다는 주장을 펼치는데요.
We know that's not even possible, but still, you can't expect to pay the same amounts that you did when you first moved in. Here, just take a look at this.
Before we go any further with this conversation, I want you to take a look at this. I'm probably the last person to have photos, spending the old-fashioned way.
브라이언에게 보여준 것은 그녀가 그의 아버지인 맥스와 얼마나 친했는지를 과시하는 사진이었는데
What you and your sister don't understand is that your father wanted me to stay here. He thought of me as part of this house, of this neighborhood. I was more his family, if you want to know, than you were.
Well, that's a ridiculous thing to say.
You hardly talked to each other. You never came to visit. I was the one here. I saw him every day.
레오노르가 자꾸만 논점을 흐리려는 것 같아지자 브라이언은 계약서에만 집중해 주기를 원하지만
I'll just give this to my lawyer.
Okay, well, nothing else to talk about then, I guess.
그녀와의 대화가 통하지 않아 오히려 마음만 답답해진 상태로 집에 올라온 그는 그렇게 쌓인 분노를
I have to call a patient.
Give me a moment. Is Jake here?
Yeah.
괜히 아들에게 가서 풀어버립니다.
Hi, Dad. Hey, Mr. J.
Jake, you know it's a weeknight. What are you doing playing video games?
Can Tony stay and eat with us?
No.
Why not? He wanted to ask you about your acting career.
That's enough for tonight. Just turn this thing off.
Dad, come on.
I said no.
We're about to be finished with this level.
Tony, you need to go home now. Talk about acting some other time. Your mom's waiting for you downstairs.
결국 아이들은 화난 아빠를 피해서 토니의 집에서 제이크가 자고 오는 걸로 계획을 변경해 보는데요.
Please, Mommy.
No, Antonio.
Come on, Mom. We got spaghetti in the fridge.
No, Antonio, cuando digo que no y no, no sigas preguntando.
It'll be super quiet, aren't we, Jake? Oh, yes. We're going to be very quiet.
No, Antonio, no insistas.
It's okay, Tony. I'll see you tomorrow.
결국 부모님들의 불화로 인해 그 자식들이 실망감으로 하루를 마감하게 되죠.
Good go. Hey, I'm not talking to my mother anymore.
Why not?
She said you can't come over.
Why doesn't she want me over?
I don't know.
Hey, Tony, come on, man.
Hey, hold on. I don't think your dad wants me around anymore either. He maybe do chicken to say it, but I can tell.
Why are they so mad at us?
부모님끼리 돈 때문에 사이가 나빠진 걸 자기들한테 화를 풀고 있다는 걸 알게 되자 두 아들은 이제부터 부모님이랑 대화하지 않는 걸로 무거운 투쟁을 벌이자는 결심을 하는데
I won't talk to my parents then either.
Really?
Really. No, not unless they apologize.
It's not gonna be easy. You sure you can handle it?
I can handle it.
You're a great friend, Jake.
You too.
Hey. Something happened with Leonard downstairs? The store's closed. It's not even 5.
토니와 약속한 대로 아빠의 말에 대답하지 않으므로 자기가 시위하고 있다는 메시지를 소리 없이 전달하는 제이크.
Jake, talk to me. Audrey. Hi. I feel responsible. We are responsible.
Audrey will tell you if she thinks you owe her money. Don't worry about it.
Well, she sort of did already.
What?
Yeah. She told me we owe her money for the store.
Incredible.
Yep.
엄마에게조차 묻는 말에 고개만 끄덕일 뿐 어떠한 대답도 하지 않았지만 언제까지 그럴 수 있는지 지켜보는 캐시 입장에서는 그저 웃음만 나오는 반항이었죠.
Well, I do have an idea you might like.
Yeah? What's that?
Eva talked about going dancing. There's a matinee club, like after hours, for kids.
When?
Sunday afternoon in the city.
Let's go.
Would be fun, wouldn't it?
It'd be great. But they just dance with her.
돈 때문에 부모님들이 사이가 멀어지고 있었지만 두 아이는 자신들이 해결할 수 없는 고민은 뒤로하고 여전히 우정을 지켜나갔습니다.
Hi.
Can I help you? Thank you. Talk to me. Hi, Leonore.
Hi. Just a second, let me finish this.
이제는 반갑지 않아진 새 건물주가 방문하니 레오노르는 최대한 이를 핑계대며 그녀와의 대화를 뒤로 미루려고 하는데요.
Tony still not talking?
Not a word to me yesterday.
Same with Jake.
It's very annoying. It's been 4 days, he hasn't said a word to me.
Listen, Leonore, you know that I am trained in conflict resolution, and I'm hoping to help here, to help settle this problem between you and our family.
간단한 사담 몇 마디 나눈 후 결국 그녀도 본심인 돈 얘기를 꺼내게 되고 직원 앞에서는 하고 싶지 않은 주제인지라 레오노르는 밖으로 나가자고 요청하게 되는데
I know you think we're the rich people coming into this neighborhood, but the truth is, Brian hasn't made any money in years. I've been supporting our family with my hard work. What I want to tell you is that we will give you time, but we need this money. We need the shop to cover its rent. Not an unfair thing to ask the tenant.
이 문제를 덮고 가려고만 하는 그녀에게 캐시가 강경하게 의사표현을 하고 있을 때 브라이언과 동생 오드리는 당장 법적 수단을 강구해야 한다는 의견에 앞서 이견을 조율하고 있었습니다.
I think that we should start the eviction process right away.
I don't want to have to do that.
It takes a while, you know?
I just don't want this to get ugly. Boys are best friends now.
Just remember our dad worked hard to leave us something, and now you have this nice big apartment to live in, and I'm getting nothing.
한편 여전히 변함없는 우정을 지키고 싶었던 아이들은 토니가 좋아하는 여자아이에게 고백할 기회를 만들어주기 위해 어느 청소년 클럽을 방문하게 되는데요.
Hey, you wanna come to the beach with me?
Huh?
The beach.
No, Tony. You're really nice and everything. Just I'm into older guys.
Oh. Thank you for being honest.
비록 결과는 좋지 않았지만 용기 있는 시도였다고 스스로를 위로하죠. 그날 밤 퇴근하는 브라이언은 여전히 아무런 답변이 없는 세입자를 보며 이제는 평화롭게 해결할 생각이 없어집니다.
She doesn't try and negotiate. She has no plans on leaving. Now she's actually hiring new people.
I told you this was not going to be easy.
Audrey wants to start an eviction process. She's got a lawyer ready to go already.
Good. So it's decided.
다음 날 제이크와 토니를 공연장에 초대해 이번에 새로 들어가는 연극의 시연을 보여주는데
She is as free and as happy as they are. And he destroys her out of idleness, as this seagull here has been destroyed.
What do you want?
We are not going away after all.
사실 오늘 이 자리는 아이들에게 1층의 레오노르를 퇴거시키기로 한 결정을 알리고 마음의 준비를 할 시간을 주기 위해 마련된 자리였는데요.
Jake, it's your father's opening night.
Did you ever think about anybody other than yourselves? Say something, Jake! Say something! They care about things? They make mistakes? That they try to do what they think is the right thing to do? Does any of what I'm saying make any sense to you?
여전히 부모님의 질문에 침묵하는 아이들에게 원래 목적을 잊어버리고 브라이언은 결국 화를 참지 못하고 큰 소리를 치며 감정을 폭발하고 맙니다.
Also, try to arrange them by color or tone. I usually like to start with lighter colors in the front and end with the darker ones. Black goes in the back.
Hello, can we help you?
Ah, it's okay, Valentina. It's for me. He is Brian Jardine, our neighbor.
신입 직원까지 채용해가며 여전히 가게를 뺄 생각이 없어 보이는 레오노르. 브라이언은 그에게 마지막으로 계약 조건을 제시하며 임대차 계약을 받아들일 것인지 아니면 강제 퇴거 조치를 당할 것인지 둘 중 하나를 선택하라고 압박하죠.
He cared about me, Brian.
I hope that you can understand that what's happening is nothing personal.
I can't pay 3 times what I paid to your father. It's not possible. I can't survive.
물론 그녀에게도 딱한 사정이 있지만 브라이언은 자기의 처지도 불쌍하다며 결코 그녀를 동정하지 않겠다는 의지를 보이는데
What do you want me to say, Leonore? I have a family. We have bills too.
Do you know why your father didn't come to your son's birthday, the last one?
He had the flu.
And maybe that's what he told you. The truth is, he was embarrassed that everything in your house was paid for by your wife.
서로의 마음에 상처만 남긴 채 마지막 협상조차도 결렬이 되고 맙니다.
Desafortunadamente, esta cláusula es común en cualquier contrato comercial.
얼마 후 기존에 작성했던 계약서를 꼼꼼하게 확인하던 레오노르는 변호사에게 도움을 요청해 보는데요.
No sé qué voy a hacer yo. No puedo pagar esto. Te dije que no salieras. Te dije que no salieras, Antonio. Que no sé ni siquiera dónde sacaron esta suma.
Es una multa. Es una multa por excederse. Por eso que está en el contrato.
거기에는 기존 건물주인 맥스는 청구하지 않았던 위약금 조항이 명시되어 있었죠.
No hay nada más que podamos hacer.
He hecho todo lo posible. No hay nada más que hacer. Unas semanas para abandonar este lugar.
그렇게나 완강하게 버텨오던 레오노르는 가게에서 쫓겨나게 되면서 결국 마음이 무너져 내려 눈물을 흘리고 맙니다.
Hello, Mr. J. Is Jake home?
Yes.
그날 밤 토니와 레오노르가 함께 자딘가를 찾아오는데요.
You sure we can't get you something, Leonore?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Mom!
What's going on?
Mom, Tony told me Lenore's being evacuated from the store.
It's not evacuated, it's evicted.
모든 사실을 알게 된 제이크가 다시 부모님과 대화했을 때 그 안에는 간절함이 담겨 있었죠.
And I tried to talk to you about this, Jake. This not talking didn't help.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. I promise,
Calm
Dad.
down.
I promise.
Jake, calm down.
But I have a great idea. I have a
Listen
great...
to me. Your grandpa Max, he didn't just leave this house for the 3 of us here. Of course he liked Lenore, but he left it for us and for your Aunt Audrey.
But I have a great idea. We go back to our old apartment and we rent this place and give the money to Aunt Audrey.
브라이언은 차마 생각하지 못한 현명한 방법을 제시하는 제이크. 그는 진심을 다해 토니와 레오노르를 지키고 싶어 하는데
I love the show, Dad. I loved it. I really did. Tony did too. We both talked about it a lot afterwards. And I thought you were really good, and I thought it was really complex and everything. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that. I'm sorry, but I really liked it. I did.
어느덧 일주일의 시간이 훌쩍 지나버렸습니다. 결국 1층 가게는 퇴거하게 되었고 제이크의 단짝이었던 토니는 어딘가로 떠나버리게 되었는데요. 잃어버린 친구를 어떻게든 다시 찾고 싶은 듯 제이크는 텅 비어버린 마음을 붙잡은 채 마을 곳곳을 끝없이 돌아다니는데 혹시라도 남아있을 토니의 흔적이 찾기 위해 함께 다녔던 길들을 몇 번이고 다시 찾아갑니다.
Mr. Jardine. How are you, son?
I'm sorry, man.
You still have a lot to do to finish your portfolio?
I just need to finish one more painting, then I'm done.
That's what you said last week. You just had to finish one more painting.
그렇게 토니를 떠나보낸 이후 제이크는 원래 그랬었던 것처럼 다시 그림에 열중하며 혼자 지내는 것에 익숙해져 버렸는데요.
Jake, you're going to meet a lot of really talented people in your life, and they're not all going to be suited to be artists. They're not all going to have the brains to know when to insist and when to just stop, when to push themselves, and when to just relax. Most of them won't all have that balance.
그래도 이번 일을 계기로 적어도 자기 생각과 마음을 어떻게 표현해야 하는지를 깨달은 아빠와 아들의 사이는 가까워졌는데.
Do you know if Tony's still applying?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I wish I had handled that differently, son.
What do you mean?
Just Tony and his mom. I wish I had told you earlier what was going on.
Would it have changed anything?
No.
다행히 제이크는 자신의 아픔을 잘 추스르며 어른이 되어가고 있었고 자식이 나쁜 영향을 받지 않고 잘 극복해준 것에 지켜보던 부모님도 겨우 안도할 수 있었죠. 몇 년의 시간이 흐른 어느 날 미술관으로 실습을 나온 제이크는 거기에서 우연히 토니를 보게 됩니다. 아이들의 우정을 통해 어른들의 세상이 얼마나 차갑고 복잡한지를 보여주는 작품이었는데요. 아이들에겐 아무 잘못이 없었지만 생계와 돈, 그리고 어른들의 선택은 결국 두 사람의 우정조차도 흔들어 놓고 말죠. 살아가다 보면 아무리 가까웠던 사람과도 현실 때문에 멀어질 수 있다는 것. 그럼에도 누군가를 진심으로 좋아했던 기억만큼은 쉽게 사라지지 않는다는 점. 이 영화는 그런 메시지를 조용하고 담담한 방식으로 전해주었습니다. 지금까지 영화 리틀맨이었습니다.